Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am your host Don, and we are returning once again to continue the amazing adventure of Jassid Bani Sayid here on Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. In our previous episode, we had just gone ahead and signed up as a mercenary with the Aserai army, which does indeed tie in quite nicely with our current challenge, which is to only make use of Aserai regular units and also Aserai minor faction Aserai units, if you will, as part of, as you can probably guess, the Aserai Only challenge. So I hope you're all doing well and looking forward to enjoying yourselves. So grab yourselves a delicious snack, some refreshing water, and let's jump right on into the action. So, last we left off, we have just as I mentioned, signed up with with the Aserai as a mercenary. So we are indeed making a pretty significant. We do have a significant inflow of cash now coming in as well to help maintain our armies as we go along. So, without further ado, let's hop on in and actually take a look to see how things are going for the Aserai. Looks to me as though the Aserai have decided to go to war with the Southern Empire, most certainly. So as we can see, there is a number of castles being raided, castles being besieged. Husinful, which is indeed one of the cities of the Aserai, currently being besieged as well. And yeah, looks like there's quite a bit of action up there. So so to an extent, it would be a good idea to head up there in order to find some people to fight against. However, it's best that we do so gradually and build up our strength and numbers as we head on upwards. So let's go ahead and do just that and head on over towards them. Hideout with a lot of desert bandits is currently online here, but we will push on past and pick up a few desert bandits as we do go along right here. So let's we can either take the fight or we can send some troops to finish off the job. We will send the troops in, and indeed it looks like it is a clean sweep right there. So that is indeed wonderful to see. Hey, good to see you there, Gabriella. Good evening. Good evening. How are you tonight? How have you been? Hope you had yourself a wonderful day today. Thank you so much for the love, much appreciated. How's it going? How you doing? So, let's go ahead and maybe get ourselves a few recruits to flesh up our army a little bit here. Let's go ahead and snag some infantry, some archers, and also a couple of Mameluke soldiers as well. I think that will be a good choice. I'm doing quite well here, thank you, quite well. Continuing our Aserai Only playthrough this evening, and I'm beginning to head on up towards our border with the Southern Empire, who is currently waging war against the Aserai right here. Hey Talon, how's it going, mate? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Pleasure to see you too. So let's sell off a few prisoners, make ourselves a nice little wad of cash out of that. Hey, good to see you, man. It's interesting. Didn't know that you changed your name. How have you been, Kunanaki? It's good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back. So let's go ahead and sell off some gear right quick. We've just raided a couple of enemy parties, so might as well make some cash out of it as well. We'll lock all of these forces into place so that we don't accidentally lose them as we go along. Doing great. Glad to hear, man. Glad to hear. Always, it always warms my heart to know that you all are living good life and staying as healthy as can be. Oh, Gabriella, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Very kind of you indeed. I must say that's yeah. Well, thank you so much. Much appreciated. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been well. Been enjoying tuning into some of into your streams as well as of late. So thank you so much. Hope you've been good. So let's head on up to Razich and pick up a few more recruits, perhaps. Maybe even see if we can upgrade ourselves with additional resources. Unfortunately, troops have all been purchased by our fellow Aserai mates, I guess you can say. Anything in terms of armor, perhaps we can possibly pick up. 9k is certainly pushing the budget a little bit, so I don't think that's a good idea indeed. Perhaps a new spear of some sorts? We do have pikes available. Longer than only slightly longer than the spear, which we do have, that does allow for us to brace against the enemy. So I think we'll hold off from upgrading to, or rather from changing it at this time. Uzair apparently going ahead and recruiting a bunch of units, and there does seem to be a siege going on here outside Tamnukh Castle. How's it looking? 130 defenders versus 300 attackers. We also do have Unid coming in with the main army to take on the fights. I think that would be a wonderful time to join in and help in the defense. We'd have indeed amassed a significant number of people as well, so 849 versus 198. I think that should be a pretty good a pretty easy fight overall. Thank you for the hydrate, Gabriella. Cheers to you all. Stay hydrated, stay healthy. Down the hatch. Right, awesome. So, let's go ahead and see what we have to deploy here. We have some 27 infantry and 5 cavalry at our disposal at this time. I think we'll keep everyone as is. We can also bring out some archers. So let's go. Let's play it like this. Archers will be the second formation. Infantry first. Yep, looks good to me. So infantry will go halfway through the main line. Archers will join in the back lines over here. Hang on. Why is it the case that when I'm pressing 2, I'm selecting more units than I mean to? Come on. So 4. Why is 2 not working? Hang on. Maybe I don't have archers? I could have sworn I do actually have archers, but oh well, we'll leave it as is. So infantry there, cavalry will join in over here, and I think we'll be okay. Adjust the formation into Skeen for our cavalry. Infantry will go into loose formation, and I think we're all set to charge on in. Let's see how it goes. Question of the, so yes, thank you for checking tonight's question of the day, Gabriella. Would you rather only be able to eat food that began with a B or with an M? And you're going for Basta and Bitsa. I love that you're trying to weasel your way out of that one, but I don't think that's gonna be a viable way of pulling it off, I would say, at this time. Good attempt though, good attempt. I appreciate it loads. So yeah, indeed, if you had to choose, what would you go for? Try and take some time to think of different types of foods that begin with those letters, and see what you can come up with. Right, so it does look like we are kind of slow, given our characters relatively underexperienced and carrying some heavy equipment as we go along. We have, however, we're sending in our army in order to try and engage with the enemy. As we can see, the masses of Aserai infantry charging right on into the battlefield there. They do have a significant number of archers, about 54 archers, which is, of course, quite concerning. But we'll see what we can do here. Okay, our infantry, how are we doing? Doing quite well. Our horsemen are indeed charging into the front lines. Hopefully, we may lose some of them, but it's part of the way it goes, I guess. Infantry, push here into shield formation and advance. In we go, in we go. Not entirely sure what that is, Pfizer, but it's good to see you, man. Hope you're well. Thank you for your input. There we go. Coming in from the sidelines here, trying to see if we can assist our brethren in this fight. In we go. They do have some javelins here. Let's finish them off before they cause more trouble. There we go. Killing more of them. Okay, careful. Getting slightly overwhelmed here. Friendly cavalry causing some issues. Good. More assistance. Get him, get him. Ooh, big fights, big fights. Keep on pushing through, keep on pushing through. Change our infantry into line formation and force charge on the enemy. Here we go. Nicely done, nicely done. Not many units remaining for the Southern Empire at this time. Looks like they may have crowded around one of the remaining units. They've finished them off now and are engaging whoever remains. Only 2 more cavalry remain at this time, so looks like everyone's charging out towards them in an attempt to slaughter them as best they can. Oh, one of them is indeed Temian, one of the leaders, if you will, of the Southern Empire. So yeah, it can get kind of chaotic for sure, But that is indeed what what battles were like in real life. So everyone just charging on in, and yeah, an absolute mess. So, Temion is still on the run somewhere. Our cavalry is pushing in towards him, and they've supposedly swarmed him, it looks like. There we go, Temion has just been killed. So indeed, our armies come out victorious in this little skirmish. Did we lose anyone? 3 of our cavalry were wounded, however not lost permanently, so we will be able to regenerate them very, very soon as well. There we go. So beans, bread, bananas, and broccoli. Thank you for that, Gabriela. So, I'm sure, however, maybe a quick search on your on a browser will give you more information to help you out as well. To battle, yes, to battle. We've just successfully won our first major battle, if you will, alongside the Aserai, and we've taken some pretty good prisoners as well. As you can see, we actually have some very, very elite cavalry as well as part of it all. So these will certainly go for a pretty penny the moment we decide to go ahead and sell them. Alright, so how are we going to do this? We would like to possibly go for regular soldiers. So Aserai tribesmen will be the way to go for now. Mamelukes, we will give them the heavy axes, Aserai infantry, and we'll also start upgrading some of our cavalry to higher levels. Of course, that will increase the price of the wages and such, but as you can see, we are getting ourselves some gear which does indeed sell very nicely, so we should be able to begin using this war, if you will, in order to fund our expeditions. Also, taking more horses does allow us to increase our overall inventory capacity, which is why we were indeed able to take those horses with us. They have taken Shibal Zumr Castle, and they're still besieging Fussenful. However, I don't believe that I have I don't think I'm able to really assist that much at this time. So I will quickly retreat over to Razikh in order to sell off all of our prisoners and make some money real quick. We're doing okay, we can, there's certainly some things we can do to help ourselves, but we're on the right track so far. So, weapons. Only managed to get away with one sword for now. Not really a great sword, so we can sell it. Inferior shields, those can go. Armor, what do we have? Seems to be in pretty poor condition, so we'll sell those as well. And we'll hold on to all of the cavalry as well, to help us out when it comes to carrying more weight and moving along a little bit quicker. Good amount of food, still actually serving us for 154 days. I think I'll take the opportunity to sell some of it. I'd say around 30 days would probably be enough food for us. 30 days, making ourselves a nice little tidy profit as well. No carbs starting with M, besides maybe muffins. B has bread, and bread is very important. A very good observation indeed. Very good observation. Well done. So we sold off the prisoners. So our roguery is climbing relatively slowly, but as it climbs, it gives us access to a higher percentage of loot every single time we win the fight. So let's just keep on doing that, rinse and repeat, and we should be okay. We'll take some piss poor recruits here in order to, I guess, flesh out our army a little bit. So in my case, I'm currently playing as I am kind of leading as a leader on foot. The main reason I'm doing that is in order to be able to increase my athleticism, in order to, I guess, just change things up a little bit. Later on, we may indeed spec over into riding and start going on horseback as well. But for now, I thought I'd push up athleticism a little bit. B has beef for meat, bus for fish, broccoli for veggies, but no milk. However, you are indeed correct in mentioning buttermilk. So, and that I once tried buttermilk breaded chicken. Beautiful, absolutely delicious. It's a shame that yeah, we don't have much of that going in here in Malta. But I would gladly try it again sometime if I could. So Sulkhana and Unid are both pushing up, are both heading out. Unid beginning a siege over on Shibal Zumir Castle. How are they doing in terms of defenders so far? Quick check if we can. Only 120 odd defenders, so we may possibly try and help out here. 800 versus 400. Oh, okay, I think we might as well join this army here and see if we can help in retaking Shibal Zumr Castle. Battering ram has been built, siege tower now being built. However, looks like we're going in with only a battering ram, so we're getting a lot of action here to kick things off this evening. So yeah, in we go, joining in for our very first ever siege. So kind of excited to see how it plays out for us. Nervous as well though, but we'll just have to play it out and see what happens. We could also possibly help lead some units in this battle. Maybe a group of archers could be useful. Actually, no. I think I'd rather not lead anyone and actually join the infantry on the front lines as part of this. So, Eurobasket 2022. Would that be some sort of European Championship for basketball or basketball by any chance? I'm not familiar with it, so. Yeah, if so, hopefully, I wish the best of luck, of course, to all teams involved. Our enemy archers are beginning to line up along the ridge line here, it looks like. And a lot of archers now pushing on in. Well, a lot of allied archers, it seems, well, waiting to open fire and return fire on the enemy. What we can do, perhaps, is help provide a little bit of cover for some of these archers, at least in the meantime. Oh, we have taken an arrow, but we're still okay so far. Keep an angle. Alright, yes, crossbows going down here. I'm just hanging out pretty far up for the time being. However, at the moment we do have our allied infantry close in. We will join the ranks, I would say. Looks like they do also have a catapult online, which is, of course, kind of concerning. One of the enemy arrows hitting one of our shields here. So let's move at a slight angle here. Hopefully our allies' shields will defend us from the front, or at least from the front side of the castle. Meanwhile, we can defend our infantry from the sides as they push on in. Some infantry heading on over towards that side of the wall there, it looks like. I'm intrigued as to where these infantry are going right now. I might actually go ahead and charge in a little bit to see if there's anything I can help out with. Enemy arrows raining in thick and fast on us and causing some severe issues, it looks like. Allied archers not really doing as well as I would have hoped, I will be completely honest. Yeah, they're kind of slaughtering us right now, and I'm mildly concerned. However, I do see that there is a ladder, so hopefully if we get into place, we can possibly try and help raise the ladder real quick. Of course, having access to a bow and arrow ourselves or some sort of throwing weapon would work beautifully for us. However, none of those at this time, unfortunately. Okay, try and keep our back to them. I was hoping that the shield would actually block some arrows on my back, and it did do it for a couple of them. Hopefully we can pull aggro a little bit here and force them to shoot at us rather than at our allied archers and infantry closing in. Oops, archers all the way up top as well. There we go. Catching one of their arrows. Yep, we're drawing fire. That's good, that's good. Glad to see. Let's bring out our sword as well for when we need to. Yeah, they are causing quite a few casualties here. Ooh. Not entirely sure, not 100% sure what our big guys are up to at the moment. It does look like they may be slightly bugged out, unfortunately. So I think I'd rather head over to the front lines and see if I can help out elsewhere. Perhaps we can cause a breach. Okay, a number of enemies cycling around via that direction. Oh, yeah, and our allied body is going down pretty thick and fast here. Oh, heard something break. Something tells me that the siege at the battering ram has just managed to break through the first wall, so we're just heading on in on time. Looks like perfect time to arrive. So now we await the destruction of the second part of the wall. They, however, may decide to start dropping rocks on us if we're not too careful here. Yep, they do have access to stones, as you can see. Right there, one of them crashing down and decimating a number of our units, so I'll quickly pull back slightly. Okay, now we can push on through. Go, go, go. Break through their front lines. Cause them some havoc. In my lords. Let's go. Cause some havoc. Take back what is ours, what is rightfully ours. This is Aserai territory, and they messed with the wrong culture. There you go, first breach coming through, heading onto the bastions now. Pushing on as fast as we can. Let's clear out this area here. Yeah, for now, caution, caution, don't fall down the hole by mistake. Additional Aserai forces breaking through. One of the Aserai ladies pushing through as well. One archer somewhat oblivious to what is going on behind him, so we will pick up a wonderful kill for ourselves. There we are, another archer eliminated. There we go, almost all of them dead, I think. And indeed, looks like we have achieved victory in liberating the castle. So congratulations indeed goes out to us. How did we do overall? Only one person injured, everyone else looks to be in healthy condition, so I'm glad to see that the shields were coming in handy throughout all of this. Well done indeed, well done. And the Sultan Unid seems to be happy with us as well. Your help was most welcome, stranger. My name is Unid. Can I learn yours? My name is Jassid. Well met, Jassid. I am in your debt for what you just did. I hope one day I will find a way to repay it. Awesome stuff. Only achieving 2 prisoners since we didn't have many people on our side. We didn't have many kills on our side at this time as a team. However, I'll still take the success of having managed to take over the castle like so. We can enter the settlement and possibly even donate, not the troops, no. Unfortunately, we cannot donate any prisoners here, it seems like, since we're all out of space in the castle itself. However, congratulations are most certainly in order. Let's push on out and possibly help out on Eid again. The siege still ongoing here, 200 defenders remaining. We'll await the secondary force join the army and crush the remaining party right here. So let's attack and crush the enemy invaders, make them pay for their mistake. Alright, so our plan is to attack with full force around our infantry. Sounds like a plan to me. Nothing being given to us at this time, and I'm fine with that since we are a footman. We'll call the charge. Actually, I don't have anything under my control, so we will indeed join the front rows, the front ranks here, and try and see if we can break through the enemy. So apparently my country is the defending champion. There are Greece, Lithuania, Spain, and the Serbs. Apparently France could also be quite surprising as part of the event. It looks like Euro basketball. Well, best of luck indeed to all. I hope everyone enjoys themselves, keeps it clean, and everyone has a good time. So, let's keep on pushing on forward here. How many troops do they have? 156 in regular infantry, 59 archers, 5 horse archers, and 2 groups of 26 apiece with full-blown cavalry. They are, however, forcing us to have to cross the river, which is quite smart on their end, I would say. I may actually try and hold a slight flank here, that way we can try and wrap ourselves around the enemy infantry once we break on through. Enemy archers indeed taking advantage of us as we come over the ridgeline. And I do see some very, very tough infantry ahead of us here. Oh, careful. Get them everyone. Show them what you're worth. There we are. Going through the chaos. Good stab, good stab. Another kill down. Get him. Loads of very heavy infantry around here. Over. Oops, enemy cavalry. Let's take down the cavalry as best we can here. Oops, and allied infantry causing some issues here, not allowing us to land the attacks we need to. Very, very tough infantry, this one. They do have weapons which are extremely well bowed towards taking out cavalry here, and also unarmored infantry like myself. So I'm trying my best here to assist. One of them having been eliminated now. Another one going down as well. Keep up the pressure, keep up the pressure. Don't allow them to... don't actually give them a chance to gather their thoughts again. Good kill. Another one, still alive. Doing great work so far. Do some arena fights, it's easy money and gear, and level boosting and leveling skills is boosted. That's fair. I've already done a number of those, which is where I got the shoulder element, if you will, the shoulder pad armor, so to speak. But yes, I do agree. The more we can get, the better. So we'll keep an eye open. However, this does allow us to get ourselves a good inflow of cash, and also, I guess, allow our troops to further improve as they go along. Some enemy crossbows are trying to run away. Oops, they're not actually turning around on me there and almost baiting me out, I must say. One of them down. Another crossbow, however, is on the run. Let's see if putting away our shield allows us to close the gap. Good work there. Allied cavalry coming in and finishing off the job. That leaves them with the last few units remaining. Only 3 more infantry remaining. Victory is at hand and looks to be ours. And indeed it is. Congratulations to the Aserai on yet another successful victory. Yet again, no casualties so far. Everyone remained alive, and we got ourselves 11, our entire team got 11 kills in total. So netting us quite a few prisoners as a result, and also some nice loot as well. So we'll take all this and be sure to sell it all for an additional profit. Oh, looks like oh, hang on. I'm trying to see if I could catch up, and I possibly could have had I been quick enough to do so. What's his speed? What's his speed? If I can get a sight line on him. 5.5 versus 5.9. Yes, we should be able to catch up, which would allow us to clear out the remaining infantry here. Rome Defender 2, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome aboard to the community. Hope you enjoy. Closing in on Tharos here with his 7 units. This is gonna be a massacre if we pull it off. There we go, nice. So, total number of units, 2 cavalry and 5 infantry should be an easy sweep overall. Okay, apparently Tharos, House of Vizartos, one of the most illustrious families in the annals of the Empire. So, yes, looks like we have ourselves a pretty good fight coming along here. As they are well aware, we are indeed at war, so we will indeed call the fight and try and do the best we can to get the W. So we do have three archers as well, which is good to see. Infantry here, archers slightly behind in loose formation, and cavalry in scheme formation. So, first things first, we first have to see whether or not they plan on pushing in towards us or not. They could instead decide to go for a defensive formation and allow us and wait for us to close the gap. Well, it does seem like they might be going defensive this time. So let's position ourselves smartly here. Archers here, cavalry behind to assist, and yeah, we'll put our infantry in shield formation. There you go. Indeed, the reason I went for shield formation was indeed for the in order to try and help defend against their javelins and such. Okay, trying to see if we can bait out the enemy cavalry. Infantry attack, cavalry attack as well. Let's go. Okay, bring out her shield. Let's go give him some help. Goes in. And the cavalry closing us out a bit there. 2 infantry down. Good work. That leaves just the cavalry, 2 cavalry remaining. One of them is indeed Taros, who just got eliminated. So this right here is, in fact, the final cavalry which has been eliminated. No, this is completely base game at the present time here, Kaiser. I do have plans at a later date to try and elevate it up to using certain mods, particularly ones which do have to which are related, if you will, to the Crusades, amongst a number of others. So, but at this time, I'm sticking to vanilla. But those mods will come in the near future. So keep an eye open there. So indeed, we did take out Taros. We will take him as our prisoner, since we can sell him for a very nice profit. Alternatively, we could decide to let him go. However, now that we have him as a prisoner, we have a decision. We can either decide to chop off his head and never have to fight against this particular lord, or alternatively, we can go ahead and sell him off. So, what I'm thinking is that for the Southern Empire, we will actually allow the lords to live. However, when and if we ever get to fight against the Vlandians, located all the way over here, I am indeed considering going a little bit more aggressive against the Vlandians, and possibly deciding to either, say, use a coin toss, for example, to see whether I go ahead and kill them or sell them, or alternatively, just go ahead and eradicate them all. So that is yet to be seen. Again, keep in mind, I can only recruit units which are indeed based here as part of the Aserai. So although yes, I can visit, say for example, the Khuzaits over here, I am not allowed to go ahead and purchase or recruit units of their faction type.